We're talking with Mustang head women's basketball coach Allison Kruger. The Mustangs getting ready for official team practice here on October 15th. And Coach, an exciting time always to start up the new season with practice and whatnot. And we'll talk more specific about the team here shortly. But just talk about what you guys have been doing now this fall. Things have changed in the NCAA the last few years that you can get a lot more team practices here in the last month or so. But kind of talk about what you and your staff have been doing with your team here in the last month here before the official practice begins.
You know, it's been a great fall. There are a lot of different opportunities now than in the past to work with your team as an entire group. Our focus the first probably about 5 weeks was still small groups, individual workouts, fundamentals, skills. We feel that's very important for our team especially, but most importantly for a lot of basketball players. The fundamentals are what's going to get you, to a better place as a team. The past few weeks we've had the entire team together and starting to learn our offense, our defense, working on post passing, all those crucial things to make our team better, and it's been a great experience so far. I've really enjoyed working with this group, and they're motivated, they're hungry, and they really have great chemistry thus far, which is always a thing that you look at early, especially with adding new players. And it's been a great fit, and just really overall impressed with how our team has responded thus far. And every year it just seems practice comes quicker and quicker, and it's go time tomorrow.
Of course, it's a lot different than when you played. Basically, that first day of practice was the first time you were with the team. But it's really got to be nice as a coach to be able to do that and just work specifically at times with certain players on their needs before you get into that team practice.
Yeah, definitely. It gives you that one-on-one ability to address some things that individuals players need, but also it gives them kind of a pre-feeling to what practice is going to be like and how it's going to be. Obviously tomorrow the intensity is going to turn up and the length of practice, which will be quite different, but I think it gives them more of a comfort, and they're maybe not quite as nervous or anxious about the first day of practice. So it's been a great rule change. It just gives you a little bit more freedom as a coach to address the needs that your specific team has.
Well, this obviously season is going to have a mix of several new players, but obviously some veterans on your squad. Anessa Rush had a great season last year. At times really took over some games to help get you some wins, but you've got Hope Bonlander and some other kids, like Hedlund, who played a lot last year as a freshman and got to the free throw line, shot extremely well from there. But talk about some of the players, those upperclassmen that are going to lead your squad this year.
You addressed a few of them. Obviously, the names that people are going to recognize, such as Anessa Rush. She did some great things for us last year. And as a senior, we're hoping for a lot of consistency out of her. We brought in another point guard that has experience to help her. And I think one of the things you'll notice is we're going to transition Anessa to the 2 position a little bit, or the off guard, and maybe take some stress off of her at times and give her opportunities to focus more on scoring, which she's very capable of. Hope Bonlander is another senior that we're really going to look to in terms of leadership, and that kid just plays so hard and sets the tone and the tempo for our team. And it's just great to have a kid with experience like that in the post that just really works her butt off every day. And consistency again will be her key, and finishing shots. She has the knowledge, and those two have just been great for us in terms of being great program kids. For our upperclassmen. Lauren had a great year last year, and somebody that will be expected to shoulder a lot of responsibility scoring the basketball again. We have some key pieces that we put around her now. She had a lot of attention last year, and at times could become frustrated from double teams, triple teams, and I think we have some keys that we can put in around her, that some of our younger kids, to take that pressure off of her and make them pay for doubling Lauren this year, which is going to be a huge benefit overall for our squad. Our new kids are doing great, and even some of those returners we have. I have to mention Abby Connell and Brianna Von Walde. Their leadership and their energy this preseason has been off the charts, and something that's exciting to see. They're both going to be upperclassmen now, and we're going to expect some of those things out of them. And there's going to be new opportunities. We're a small roster, so new opportunities for a lot of players, and There's some young kids that are going to see some playing time, and we're really excited about that.
Well, we'll talk more in the next few weeks when we get closer to the season, but just overall the schedule, obviously the conference is so difficult, a great conference, but your non-conference games, as you always do, we're going to play some very difficult teams here at home and on the road. I mean, it's going to be a challenge, but that's something that's going to help us once conference begins at the end of November.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any easy games anymore. Yeah. Whether you're playing Division II teams or whether you're playing NAI or Division III, there's a lot of skilled players out there, and we're going to be challenged early on. We are hosting, the Applebee's Classic, which is going to be ourselves, Upper Iowa, Fort Hays State, who is preseason number 2 in the nation, and Missouri Western. 2 teams from the MIAA, which is a powerhouse conference, and so that'll be a great way to kickstart our season. And then we have a great schedule in terms of home games this year. And early on with a young team, that's going to be important for us. And a few exhibitions and a scrimmage to get us going before we actually hit the hardwood for real. So I don't know, we're excited and just can't wait to get after it in practice tomorrow.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot and good luck. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.